This is so true. This is so true. All right, we are live now. I am here with Dr. Barry Bruder. I'm very excited to have you share with some people about the awesome neurofeedback that you're doing. Because what I've seen in so many people is that their system is already in such a place of overwhelm that then some of these normal approaches, modalities, therapies that are being recommended, it actually causes more of a crash, more of a collapse, more of an overwhelm. And so this is why I wanted to bring you on for this summit. We've got the Biology of Trauma Summit coming up soon. Registration is already open, but you are one of my speakers on the summit talking about this kind of microcurrent neurofeedback that you're doing. So I think a good place to start for people would be for you to say the wrong kind of neurofeedback for those people who have a system that are overwhelmed, and then maybe we can go a little bit into your study that you've got going on.
Absolutely. So when you say the wrong kind of system, fill in the blank a little, because I'm one of those people who's so sensitive and so careful not to say a disparaging word about anybody or anything.
Absolutely.
And yet, there is a really helpful, I look at things not so much as good and bad, but more like helpful, skillful, unhelpful, unskillful.
Yes.
And so what I would like to say is that there is absolutely no correlation, no relationship between microcurrent neurofeedback and operant conditioning neurofeedback, except that there is a component of energy coming from and to the brain and nervous system. The thing is, Dr. Amy, if an individual is feeling like they want to eat a bullet or hang from the bedroom closet and have suffered severe trauma or loss, we do not have 20 sessions, 30 sessions. We need to be able to make an impact now on the brain and the autonomic, which I call the automatic nervous system. We need to do it now. And the beauty of working with ISS Technologies is it is a very rapid approach. And I'm not looking for a shortcut. I'm looking for helping to spare a life.
Yeah, when I'm looking at helping someone who's had whatever kind of chronic effects of trauma on their biology, on their body, on their brain, I'm also looking at how do we not only get to that end goal, but how do we get there as fast as possible, not in any kind of shortcut way, but in a way that's actually rewiring the underlying effects and that will be sustainable for them. And so what I love about the microcurrent technologies that you have, especially, is that it actually helps. It's helpful to what's already there in the brain rather than trying to create or enhance something from the outside. It's taking what's already there and just boosting what is the helpful part of that. And so for me, this has been really important to see which people are already so far in that overwhelm that other types of modalities or approaches might be too much. I mean, I think in my experience, even with cryotherapy, right? Like cryotherapy is amazing and there's so much research behind it and the mitochondrial boost that it can give you. And yet there would be times when I would be in a, kind of what I call my freeze response, right? In overwhelm. And I would go in for a session and it would push me over the edge. It would not have been helpful. And I think that that's sometimes what people's experience can be with neurofeedback. So I don't want to give away all the information that you're giving in our interview in the summit, of course, but would love to give people a little teaser about the study with the veterans and PTSD and veterans that you're working on. That's exciting stuff.
Well, it's such a blessing because, I've always said, if you don't have research, you're just a nice person with a nice idea. And it is so critical to me. And it was really urgent in the very beginning of working on developing ISS. And when we completed the pilot study and then later with the University of California, San Diego, and the VA. And later it was published in Brain Injury Journal, which people can find on our website under issstech.com. What we actually see in that pilot study is actual neuroimaging changes in the brain. And I don't want to just go somewhere and get a little picture of my brain. I want to see pre and post IASIS exactly what the changes are that are taking place in my brain. And you can actually see pre IASIS to post IASIS actual changes where the areas of the brain where there was a traumatic brain injury and the area kind of cordoned off so that it could begin to heal itself, something called deafferentation, where that could occur and how IASIS helps. And we now have, as you were alluding to, a double-blind study, federally funded study. Last year was supposed to be year 3, but this year's year 3, thanks to COVID. And thank goodness, the good folks at the University of California at San Diego were able to get an extension through September 30, 22, so that we could actually continue the study. And it's back in the saddle, underway now. And they are treating veterans who have mild to moderate traumatic brain injury and post-traumatic stress. And what we're seeing is in excess of a 50% reduction in all of the PCS, the post-concussive symptoms, and diminished anxiety, reactivity, impulsivity, better regulated sleep, diminished to no more migraine and headache, diminished cravings. All of these guys had the patch because they're not allowed to smoke in the Marines, and all of them are saying that they no longer have any cravings for nicotine. I mean, these things are marked. And to your point, IASIS is enduringly sustainable. And this is what we hear are the observations of all of the people that we're working with. And it's not, folks, just for people who have been blown up or in proximity to a bomb blast. It can be for the little baby that fell. It can be for an individual, a teenager who got hit in a football injury, sports injuries, or a car accident. Anybody, according to Dr. Frank Schallenberger, he says, anybody, any age, any condition, it is worth looking into.
Yeah.
It is a life-changing modality. It's a gift from God, and every day that I wake up and have an opportunity to be a part of it, I just say my blessings, count my blessings, and I can't tell you how grateful I am to you, Dr. Amy, for the privilege of being able to share this with folks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm excited for your talk to air. The summit, of course, is airing July 19th through 25. Registration is open already, though, and so people will be able to listen to your full interview during the summit. And there's so much richness there, so much depth that we go into on your technology there, and the lives really that you're saving, right? And it's not the emergency room type of saving where their heart is, giving out, but you're giving them their life back. And that is truly saving their lives. So thank you so much for the work that you are doing, and can hardly wait to have people be able to listen to your full interview on the summit. Thank you.
I can't thank you enough. And my last word is, this is a game changer. It allows people to change their story.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Dr. Amy.
Thank you.